Is that lunar?
L-U. So this is a person that is affected by the movements of the moon. The freaks come out at night. Y'all remember that song? Curtis Blow? I know y'all young, right? Miss Brenda, you don't remember that song. You too young. Curtis Blow knew what he was saying.
I know all about it.
Okay. So he's saying...
Hut.
So he's saying that his son is afflicted by something that happens in the heavens. The effect of the rotational force, whether you believe the earth is flat or round, is irrelevant. Because the moon is what caused our wave action. Hint, hint, wave action on the earth. Wave action. Hint, hint, water, marine kingdom. Hint, 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 hint. Did y'all catch it? Did y'all catch it?
Yes, and every time there's a full moon, they say all the lunatics come out.
Okay. Now, watch this. What is the body composition of water in the body? It is 70%. It is identical or close to the composition of the earth's water. And so if the moon is affecting the moon's gravitational pull is affecting the tides, right? Then what else is it affecting? So he goes to Jesus.
The body.
Yes. He goes to Jesus and he says, for he is a lunatic and sore and vexed, for oftentimes he falleth into the fire and oftentimes into the water. Ooh. And I brought him to thy disciples and they could not cure him. I want to change the translation. Let's go to the NLT. I love Bible study, man. You know, y'all blessed me on Monday night, right? I felt I was back in my element real quick. Verse 14, at the foot of the mountain, a large crowd was waiting for them. A man came and knelt before Jesus and said, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he has seizures. Hold on, let me blow the horn just in case y'all still sleeping. Do y'all see what's going on here? He has seizures and he suffers terribly. He often falls into the fire and into the water. I brought him to your disciples, but they could not heal him. This is Jesus now. You faithless and corrupt people. How long must I be with you? How long must I put up with you? Bring the boy here to me. Then Jesus rebukes the demon in the boy. Let's rewind it. Hold on. Where's my... That's my record scratch. So you're saying, Jesus, that when a person has seizures and a person is suffering from lunacy, that is a demon? Is that what the scripture just said right there? Nobody gonna talk to me?
Yes, just about. In other words.
So let me ask you this. Then how does medication cure mental illness? Because you can't medicate a demon. Nor you can counsel it. How many of y'all went to the doctor and they gave you, what's the stuff they be giving people? Where's Sabrina? You need to come up and talk. You're not hiding out in the back right now. I need my mental health professionals. Anybody else here? Mental health professionals. Where y'all at? Now, Miss Sabrina, now that your eyes have been opened, people that have seizures, right, or are considered lunatic, they say we don't use the word anymore technically because it's offensive. Have you encountered people like this?
Yes, it's true.
I've encountered a lot of people after COVID. They started coming into the office and they had what you call pseudo seizures, and the neurologists have no idea what it is. And we know it's demonic oppression for sure.
Y'all understand and see what's going on here? I want to make sure we go in. So verse 19, Jesus says, after the disciples...
Also, Dr.
Yes.
I want to mention that, like, people also, because the world has deceived them so much, when you tell them that this is what they're experiencing, they tend not to believe you.
I can see why. Because we've allowed science to take control of spiritual issues. So 19 says, afterward the disciples asked Jesus privately, why couldn't we cast out the demon? And 20 says, you don't have enough faith. Jesus told them, I tell you the truth. If you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it shall be done. Let me go back, because I want to show you the part where he says there is a type. Is it in this scripture? Why couldn't you cast the demons? Let's go to another let's go to another version. Let's go to the Synoptic Gospels and find out where this is. There is a type that only comes out by prayer and fasting. Yeah, it's 21, right? How come we didn't see it? Because maybe it's not in the NLT and it's in the King James. Let's go back to the King James. Let's go back to the KJV. Y'all know King James had issues, right? Okay, verse 21. Verse 21. Don't y'all love technology when it works good? Verse 21 says, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So there is a kind and a type that no matter how much you do whatever else you're doing, if you negate to do the fasting, it will not leave. Y'all understand what I'm saying tonight? Okay. Now, we talked about Daniel and his fasting. Ezra 8:21-23, context. Let me go back to make sure I threw it up on the screen. Ezra proclaimed a fast by the river Ahava to seek a safe journey from God to return to Jerusalem. Significance. Showcase fasting as a demonstration of reliance on God's provision rather than human military might. Now let's go look at the New Testament fasting, and we're going to start with Jesus in Matthew 4:2. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness before beginning his public ministry. Significance. Preparation for the mission. How many people have something big that is coming up? A mission, a change of location, a change of profession, launching out into ministry. Those things you should fast. Right? Let's look at Anna the prophetess in Luke chapter 2 verse 37. Context: Anna worshiped with fasting and prayed continuously in the temple. I hear you, God. The significance: it was part of communal worship and faithfulness. Right? Let's look at Paul and Barnabas. Paul and Barnabas, Acts 13:2-3, 14-23. All of this stuff is on the screen because I want to make sure that you're able to go back and look at this video and perhaps study through it. Before sending Barnabas and Paul on their ministry journey, the church of Antioch fasted and prayed. Similarly, in the appointment of the elders. The significance, it illustrates fasting as an integral to commissioning leaders and making key spiritual decisions.